listening to B2B Tech Talk with Ingram Micro, the place to learn about new technology and technological advances before they become mainstream. This podcast is sponsored by Ingram Micro's Imagine Next. It's not about the destination. It's about going someplace you never thought possible. Go to imaginenext.ingrammicro.com to find out more. Let's get into it.
Welcome to B2B Tech Talk with Ingram Micro. I'm your host, Keri Roberts, and my guests today are Tim FitzGerald, the VP of Cloud Channel Sales Americas at Ingram Micro, and Simon Jelley, the Vice President of Product Management at Veritas Technologies. Welcome, Tim and Simon. Thanks for being here today.
It's great to be with you.
Thanks, Keri. Yeah, well, great to be here.
So just a little background for those that maybe don't know as much. Veritas has become a market leader with a strong focus on cloud-based data protection and data management, and has over 50,000 enterprises, which includes 99 of the Fortune 100 companies, who all rely on Veritas to abstract IT complexity and simplify data management. And of course, Ingram Micro Cloud operates in 64 countries with over 55,000 reseller partners, and its cloud marketplace serves 6.5 million seats, offering more than 120 cloud solutions. Now, Ingram Micro recently announced an expanded global engagement with Veritas, making Veritas SaaS Backup solutions available to channel partners worldwide via the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace. And Veritas has had SaaS-based data protection available in the past, but this will be the first time that it's taking advantage of an as-a-service distribution model. So Simon, how will this further simplify the sales and management of Veritas's backup solutions at scale for channel partners worldwide?
Thanks, Keri. Yes, we're really excited to be embracing the as-a-service distribution models, in particular with a strong partner like Ingram with Veritas. From a sales perspective, we see a lot of customers obviously are transitioning to as-a-service motions because of the fact that they're in particular more recently impacted by the pandemic and moving to remote workforces. And we're keen to obviously tap into that growth, but in particular help customers as they move to those as-a-service delivery models for things like collaboration through Office 365. We saw at the very start of the pandemic, Microsoft doubled their growth in Office 365 within a couple of months, with customers embracing collaboration tools like Teams within Office 365. And we see, with our partnership Ingram, a lot of those partners that are serving those customers are already buying those through the as-a-service distribution models. So, we want to provide those value-added services around protection and security in the same model to make it very simple for the customers to not just buy the base solutions they're buying around collaboration, but also then bring the necessary needs around protection, being able to provide security, data, protection for the information that they're using now within these as-a-service tools.
Tim, anything to add here?
Simon, I think did a great job, but I would highlight, if you're a partner and you have clients that are looking at backup solutions like 365, Dynamics, Google G Suite, or Salesforce, this is an incredibly powerful solution.
Although this global engagement together is new, over the past 2 decades, thousands of Veritas Technologies channel partners have looked to Ingram Micro to help expand, grow, and further specialize their security practices. And then in return, Veritas Technologies has rewarded Ingram Micro with more business and a number of accolades, which includes the honor of the 2020 Veritas Top Distribution Partner in the US and Canada. Tim, I'll start with you. Can you share more about what this partnership has been like over the years and how you see this new initiative helping you both to work together and help each other more?
Yeah, Keri. Hey, if you've been around technology in this industry the way that I have, to be able to represent just an impressive company like Veritas, it's super exciting for us. And as you indicated, 2 decades, wow. Particularly, given the recognition that companies like Gartner continue to hold up Veritas and their ability to innovate, bring new IP to help solve end customer business channels, we're privileged in the partnership with Veritas. And then to watch the company really capitalize on digital transformation to allow customers to better meet their needs in an as-a-service way, it's super exciting for us.
The one thing I would add is, look, it's all about, for the partners that we're both serving out there, how do they become trusted advisors and partners to their organization? And that's the value that we bring together, right? It's not just customers looking to deploy to new tools like Office 365, G Suite, Dynamic, but those partners need to reassure their customers that can still manage and protect their data. And I see that as an extension of what we've been guaranteeing for our partners over the last 2 decades of our partnership, and now continuing forward into this new as a service world.
Simon, how does taking your SaaS backup solution to more than 20 different countries through the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace make it easier for your mutual channel partners to keep their customers' underlying data uniquely and proactively protected?
Well, as I mentioned, look, our partnership is all about establishing the resellers that we work through to our customers, ultimately to be those trusted advisors in terms of how do they manage their data, right? We know data is becoming, it is the new oil, as most people say, and now being serviced in particular through these as a service platforms. And what we help our partners provide to their customers is that trusted advice that they know they can adopt new solutions like, again, Office 365, Dynamics 365, G Suite, Salesforce, and continue to make sure that they have protection, whether it be from accidental deletion of data, disaster recovery events, or particularly the rising threat of ransomware potentially causing issues of their data being locked out. They know they can rely on our tool sets, and particularly with our Veritas SaaS Backup solution, being able to recover that data overall. And the other thing I'd add is, why the marketplace is so important to us in terms of embracing this as a service model is that's where we see many customers, many resellers coming to in terms of how they buy, right? They're really transitioning how they buy, particularly as they're trying to respond to this massive shift very quickly to us all living in a much more remote workplace fashion, embracing remote workplace tools and buying them through and quickly and easy through the SaaS marketplaces is how they're adopting. That's why you've seen such that large growth in, for example, Microsoft's Teams tools. So we make it now very easy for them to not just be purchasing the Office 365 tools through the Ingram Cloud Marketplace, for example, but they can very quickly add to that the Veritas solutions as well.
What we're seeing more and more is that end customers are looking for the ability to consume more and more of their IT solutions from fewer and fewer companies. So the ability to serve up the broadest catalog in the industry and do it in a way that allows for a level of automation via the marketplace just takes cost out of partners' business and really helps them better able serve the needs of their clients. We think it's a powerful combination.
Yeah, I think it's great. And I want to talk a little bit from an SMB perspective. Simon, why is distribution so important, and how does Veritas hope to leverage its Ingram Micro relationship to bring its SaaS-based technology to these smaller businesses?
Well, again, as I mentioned, it's been a great long-term partnership with Ingram, and what really Ingram helps us do is bring our great technology to be able to drive that to thousands of resellers that are working with the SMB customers out there. And to echo the point that Tim just made, we're seeing more and more of those types of companies doing a lot of their own self-selection, self-exploration, and self-buying through these online tools itself. And we're really pleased that Ingram have seen that evolution. They've got a great marketplace across hundreds of countries out there in the world today that we can really benefit from in terms of bringing our solution. And again, not just bringing Veritas as an independent solution, but tying that with the key solutions they're trying to protect around Office 365, Dynamics, etc.
And for those listening, this is available now on the Ingram Micro US Cloud Marketplace and coming soon to the remaining Ingram Cloud Marketplaces globally. The Veritas SaaS Backup solution is a comprehensive data protection service. Tim, can you share with us some more of what's included and why it's so simple to purchase?
Yeah, Keri. And I also want to highlight, for anyone who wants to learn more specifically about the solution, they can come find us at us.cloud.im. What you'll find when you land there is some details about the solution and specifically how it backs up environments like Office 365, Microsoft Dynamics, G Suite, and Salesforce. And if you'll click over on some of the links, it'll go into an incredible amount of detail on just how easy it is to deploy. I was blown away as I was learning about just the ease of deployment and how powerful of a tool that is to help our partners better meet the needs of their clients.
As Tim rightly said, I love the fact that Tim loved the ease of use of the solution. That's something that we very much focused on and how we serve SMB through to enterprise customers looking to manage their SaaS-based protection. It is a very simple service to get up and running. You can configure it yourself. It's a few simple clicks to get up and running. And the other thing that we've focused on is we recognize that SaaS is an evolution. Yes, some customers are still in the early adoption phase where maybe they've just moved over just to exchange email to an online tool with Office 365 or G Suite. But we're seeing the evolution of customers more and more embracing more SaaS applications and moving from the traditional data center and deploying their own IT model. So again, we support all of the key services that are part of Office 365, whether that be from a Exchange email, OneDrive, Teams, SharePoint perspective, as well as, we've excitingly just announced and included Dynamics 365 in our service, as well as Salesforce and obviously G Suite as well. So again, we provide the ability for you to do regular scheduled protection of that data, making sure that data is stored in multiple locations for long-term protection from things like ransomware attacks itself, and then obviously being able to do point-in-time and mailbox level recoveries. We really help with both solving for the longer term retention of data, which isn't something that's natively available in a lot of those platforms, as well as make it very easy to search and recover that data, which again is a hard thing to do within the native SaaS applications itself. And we've seen a great response to the solution. We're expecting great success now as we move forwards into the SaaS deployment models through the marketplace with Ingram.
One of the questions we ask always on this show is, from a broad perspective, it can relate to what we just spoke about, but in general, where do you see technology going within the next year? And Simon, I'll start with you on this.
Yeah, well, I think we're in an interesting phase where that digital transformation is probably a big and overused term, but I think we're seeing that accelerate, obviously, with the impacts of our own working models and working lives. The pandemic has obviously had a forever impact in terms of how we work day to day, and then the tools that we need to embrace that. So we definitely see the upcoming trend over the next year is very much how do customers continue to transition towards that digital working model and involve their platforms that they're using, right? Whether it be from the types of things we've talked about for email and collaboration of tools and finding more effective ways to continue to do that, but also, the digital selling tools they use, for example, to their own customer base is going to be a key transition. And I think, the thing we see as interesting is while people are in that phase of how do they transition the primary tool sets today around, say, email or collaboration or their own, customer selling tools. What starts to be then a concern is how do they make sure they've got protection and privacy and security in place, all those things they were used to controlling within the four walls of their own data center and IT setup before. So we think this is going to be a big continuing maturing journey, this move towards digital transformation for all organizations of any size.
I'm probably going to sound like a broken record player following Simon's comments, but digital transformation acceleration in cloud first is a part of every conversation I'm having today with partners that we have the privilege to serve. What that means for me is many of those partners are pivoting to a much more services-oriented consultative engagement with their customers around where do they want to go and where do they want to go next in terms of the workloads needed to support their business. As a service is a part of every one of those conversations. And it's super exciting to see Veritas really driving the charge. It's obvious the opportunity that Veritas partners have with this exciting offering, but certainly to the partners out there that are serving Office 365, Dynamics, or Google G Suite and Salesforce, what a tremendous opportunity to better meet the needs of serving their end clients by providing more of a one-stop shop of the best catalog in the industry. So super focus on automation and efficiency as the digital transformation opportunity accelerates.
Now, if people are excited about what we're talking about today and they want to learn more, where is the best place to do that, or where can they connect with each of you? Tim, I'll have you start.
Yeah, so two things. If you'd like to learn more about the Veritas SaaS Backup opportunity, the best place to connect is us.cloud.im or Ingram Micro. That's us.cloud.im. If you'd like to follow me or connect with me, find me at LinkedIn. That's linkedin.com and search on FitzAZ. That's FITZAZ.
So again, I encourage you to go to the IM Cloud in terms of being able to find out more about our solution there. And if you want to connect with me directly and engage, you by all means, you can reach out to me also on LinkedIn. It's Simon Jelley with an EY at the end.
Well, thank you both so much for sharing your insight, and very exciting about this new opportunity where both of you are continuing to work together. So thanks for being here today.
Thanks,
My
Keri.
pleasure.
If you like this episode or have a question, join the discussion on Twitter at Ingram Tech Soul with the hashtag B2B Tech Talk. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to B2B Tech Talk with Ingram Micro.
You've been listening to B2B Tech Talk with Ingram Micro, hosted by Keri Roberts. This episode was sponsored by Ingram Micro's Imagine Next. B2B Tech Talk is a joint production with Sweetfish Media and Ingram Micro. Ingram Micro production handled by Laura Burton and Christine Fan. To not miss an episode, subscribe today on your favorite podcast platform.